Hello everyone, welcome to Contour Arms Modding. My name is LP9114 and I'm a Man of War modder editor and something in between. So today I want to introduce you with a new concept that I will call PLY editing. This is a famous concept for Contour Arms and the lights because it's been used by several games modder and especially the older ones to modify in-game models to introduce new mechanics or new models. An example that I've done before is the M2A3. This is a normal model of the game, and the M2A2. This one has a broken texture because I haven't had it around time to fix the texture yet. But that shows one variant that you could do. The second variant that you could do is the M113. My variant right here in this game is the M113 and the M113A3, where it has the extra fuel tank. So these are some of the examples that you could do. I want to show you how to do it today with the PMP3. The PMP3 variant that I'm going to be talking about is the PMP3 with the PMP2 turret, using the model of the PMP3 and the PMP2 turret and modify it together. So first, we're going to start with the mod folder. First, what we're going to do in the mod folder is to go to your resource and open up your entity files. I've created a mod already for myself. It's my upcoming mod that I'm going to be working on for the next few months, of course. And you're going to go to your vehicle sections. You want to copy the exact folder as what Contour Arms does. And so we're going to be going back, go to resource, entity, and go open up the entity folder. So first we have the entity pack, and we're going to be opening Future Warfare 2030. Open up our folder, entity, and vehicles. So we're going to go into GRM, and we're going to be opening up the BMP3. So what we're going to do right now is to copy the vehicle sections, the GRM, and the BMP3. So the BMP3 we're going to copy and place it into this folder. The idea is to be able to have most of the models available, so when we modify them we'll be able to rename it without colliding with other models available. First we're going to start looking at what the MDL file is. So opening up the MDL file, we're able to see a bunch of these. So the game itself, if you have ever done porting before, has three main section: the body, the bases, the body, the turret, and the engine, some format. All the other stuff are mostly for looks. I mean, the wheel matters, but we'll get into that later. And the engine should be the last part of it. So it's the mainstream broken model of the game. So we don't want to modify the turret today, so we go up to the bone turret right here. This is the first time the turret is mentioned, so we're gonna want to start with that. I'm using Sublime 3, which helps me to identify where the location of the ending. So I'm just going right down. I think I might pass it by mistake right here. So what we're gonna do right now is to go from that and go up, use my shift, and delete this whole section. I've just deleted the turret again. So if we want to start again right now, and we'll do that by I'm gonna be opening this, and just to make sure that this is not modifying the game, I'm gonna name this BMP3 modify. Opening up my BMP3 modify, be renaming this BMP3 modify. Opening up the dev file right here. We're gonna go into see the dev file. Remember the game, this is where it tells the game what the model is gonna be reading. So what we're gonna go down, and since this is BMP3 is the MDL, which is what tells the game what to replace its model, we're gonna do modify. Alright, so that's the BMP3 MDL that we've been using, and it's gonna show you what the BMP3 modify is. I'm gonna go down into the BMP3 modify MDL, and what I'm gonna show you is to we are gonna not use the gun 2 because the gun 2 does not exist anymore. We're gonna comment it out using the semicolon. Comment this out. The ammo doesn't matter. I'm trying to see if there's any other problems, but modifying the ammo should be the most important part. Actually, I'm gonna just take on the machine gun out. I just forgot that machine gun doesn't actually exist anymore. Okay, so if we start up the game, I'm gonna delete this right now. Press no, and then start up the game again. Alright, welcome back. I will mention 2 things that I didn't do in the original edit, and it kind of crashed my game, and that's why I have to remember this, is to be able to delete the bone for the turret and the volume for the turret. Sometimes this doesn't show up, so you don't have to worry about this, but remember to delete the volume for the turret. I didn't, so it crashed my game and I couldn't show you guys what I was trying to show. So we're gonna go back to the BMP2 modify. See? And now it crashed because the game doesn't know where the player is set. So that's fine. At least it shows us that the model show up, which is perfectly fine for us at this purpose of the stage. There's no turret, as you can see, in the 5 seconds that it didn't crash. What we're gonna do next is to continue on changing what we want from the model. So we're gonna go over to GRM. We're gonna open up the original file and go back and open up BMP2. What we're gonna want in this section, as we want to try to copy the entirety of the BMP2 turret, we're gonna go into the BMP2 MDL and we're gonna go and see what the turret contains. We see and read every single model right here, and we just want the turret itself. So what we're gonna do is copy everything with the turret, every single part of the turret, and then go to your BMP3 modify MDL and find the section where you deleted the turret, which should be somewhere right here, and then paste it, and you can find out a bunch of stuff. Alright, so first you want to do is open up your file, go to your GRM file. I'm in the BMP3 right now. Open up a folder called BMP2. There's 2 ways you go at this. Sometimes you can rename the file itself, or by just going to the PLY and calling it turret 2 instead of 1, and then just input in the same file. I prefer to keep it separate because it helps if you have more than one variant. I did this for my Razomark Vigo, and it uses some turret would save the file on the game of loading the same file twice. It's really helpful, and I recommend using that instead. So what we're gonna do is seeing this. So we're gonna name BMP2 turret PLY, and we're gonna go to H. I'm just gonna care about the last section. Sorry, the volume view section. That's what I want, and I'm gonna go like this. I'm gonna find on volume view, so it show you on the volume view. I just only care about this section in particular, the recently pasted one. So what I'm gonna do is to check every single model on the name of the models, and I'm gonna skip on this on the video itself, but you need to watch all of these models: 81, 82, 83, 84, a machine gun, cover, gun rod, gun PLY, awning, launcher, and rocket 03, rocket 02, 01, 00, and that PLY. These are the models that you care about. This is helpful for the game to show several parts. It shows the polyethylene. If you want to be more careful, and I'm not going to show you this in this video, you also copy the volume itself, and this is easy. You basically, in your BMP2, you find the bond itself. See the turret bond, and find AT1. So there's only one to that. But if I go turret.ply, sorry, turret bond, yeah, you can see volume T detail, volume T detail 2. These are the volume that is involved with the turret itself. A good player, a good modder, I know why I said player, would copy these, go down to the end, and paste these just like you do normally. It shows the bone of the turret being attached. I won't do this in this video because for my purposes I don't really care of showing this, and I'm gonna fix this whenever I have time. So what I'm gonna do right now is to show you how to do this. I'm gonna skip over a little bit of section here, and I assume that the purpose of this is you find all these models that you're gonna be looking for, and I'm gonna paste that inside the game itself. Alright, I just finished with my PMP3 modify MDL. What we're gonna do right now is go back to the def, and this is when you're gonna open up your WinRAR file of the PMP2 and open up your DEF. So it shows a bunch of values here, and what the most important part for us is the weapon sections as we modify the turret. So I'm gonna go back to the weapon sections right here, and I'm pretty sure we just be able to just copy every single one of them. The main part is the gun and the gun 2. So I'm just gonna open that right now, open the gun and the gun 2, copy the ammo itself, the machine gun ammo. I'll fix it when I have to fix it. I don't really care about it right now. Give me 1 sec. I should be able to modify this. PMP2, does it have? No, it doesn't have. It doesn't have. Why is this model doesn't have? Alright, now. Well, that is modifying the BM3 modifier. So we're gonna start to open up the game itself. Welcome back to the Call to Arms editor. Just a reminder, remember to add BMP2 to your volume as well if you decide to copy them. I did this for this one section because I think they would be more useful for you guys to see. Alright, so we're gonna see the model. Alright, so it looks pretty good. It's not perfect, and certainly because of the texture is wrong, because of the MDL file, and the second part is because the location is incorrect. So the location, however, is pretty easy to change, and I'm going to show you in this video. First, you go up to your turret section, back again from the start. You want to find the first thing you copy, Bond Revolute turret. You want to find the position. The position, as you know, is 3 numbers, which is X, Y, and Z. So we see this is our problem in our probably the X-axis. And what we're going to do with the X-axis is we are able to go into changing the X. So instead of -7, we want to be moving it forward, so we're going to be positive, so -2, adding a 5 to the section. What I'm going to do is open up a tank testing ground. I open up the model, and this might help me to make this easier. Open up the GRAM, back PMP3, and modify. Oh wow, look, so it moves a little bit more, but still not enough for our purposes. So what we're going to do is go back to our volume, look at the section again, and make that positive. I'm going to add 4 on that, and reload this section. That seems to be doing enough. That's gonna be good enough for now. So to show that this model works, I'm gonna add players onto this. I'm gonna add 2 random guys walking around here, and they are in the model, and I'm gonna control this and see how it works. So I will be able to see it's firing, and it works just like a normal model does. Looks pretty good as well, except for the texture. Oh, and the Z-axis is a little bit wrong, but we're able to modify it. We'll change that just a little bit, but other than that, that should be done for today. We'll go into the next section of this video. I'll be talking about the MDL file, changing a little bit of the Z, modifying the animation, because you can see the gun here is being modified by the animation if the normal model itself. So I'm going to put the BMP3 modifier right here as an example. This looks perfectly fine. So this is a problem with the animation, and we'll talk about that in the next video. Alright, thank you for watching. Opening I'm not 114 today, and if you have any question, leave it under the video and I will try to answer to that to the best of my ability. Alright, have a great day guys. Goodbye.